Did it possibly? Yes, but there's no excuse. Like, you show up, you put the gear on, you go to work, and was made known to the guys, and that's something we need to learn. Like, this is your job. You show up, you go to work. You're sick, you're tired, you're hurt. That's hockey. You're never going to be 100%. You show up, you go to work.
How much did the lethargic start dictate the rest of the night?
You know, I thought our slow start, really, from the slow start on 5-on-5, I actually thought we had the better looks. You know, throw out the power plays. But you get a slow start, you don't just dig yourself in a hole by giving up goals. Now you're taking lazy penalties. You know, now your D are having to do a lot more work to get pucks out. Your goalie's having to do a lot more work. It just wears on everybody. So, you know, we always talk about working as 5, you know, with our goaltender 6. And when only 3 are working, it really taxes the 2 that are doing all the work on the ice, and vice versa. So I felt like it was a little bit of the first period, our forwards didn't do the work, so our Ds were really spent. And then you go short-manned, and now you kind of turn it and start, but you dig yourself a hole.
What did South Carolina do on the power play tonight that they did not do in the 2 games you played against them up there?
Scored.
Well,
no, I thought, to their credit, I did think that they, you know, what they did was they scored ugly. And obviously we're going to be a team that's going to go after them and attack. And I thought their plan was, hey, we're gonna get it to the net. We're going to have 5. You guys got 4, and let's make it a battle. You know, I think obviously the third one. The fourth one, you get a 3-on-1 rush down, you miss it, they come back the other way. We're going to live and die by that. You know, we're never going to tell our guys not to join in the rush shorthanded to worry about what we're giving back up the other way. The first 2 we got to sharpen up on. The first one's got to get blocked, and the second one just bang off a face-off. And those are details that win and lose you big hockey games. If you're not locked in when the puck drops, that's the difference in a hockey game.
Given the fact that you pulled Ryan in the Evansville game and put Rob in, and Rob finished, and you guys won the game, did you contemplate making a statement?
You know, I didn't feel like in that game it felt like we just needed a momentum change. And again, I didn't think Rob was bad or Ryan was bad in that game. Just like I didn't think Rob was bad tonight. I thought Rob's first period dictated that he was locked into the game. You know, he kept us in after the first, and whatever happened after those ones in the second, I really didn't think we needed a momentum change. I think we needed to stay out of the box. That's for sure. But 5-on-5, I honestly, after the first period, liked a lot of the things that we did.
So 2 of those penalties were bench penalties.
Yeah, that's on me. I mean, that can't happen.
Can you take us through the bench penalties?
Yeah, I mean, just a bad change. Obviously, something at this level cannot happen. I mean, you sprint on the ice, you sprint off the ice. So, bottom line is, no matter what, I don't care if you're tired, if you're hurt, you sprint off the ice. That's a lesson hopefully our guys learned. The second bench penalty is we're all still kind of at a loss of what exactly it was or what happened. Still a question to all of us. We're really not quite sure on what it was. Nothing fell on the ice. There wasn't too many. There was no swearing or screaming from our bench. We're still a little bit confused on that one and still haven't really got much of an answer on it. So obviously it's tough, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. You got to go kill the penalty off. We've done it all year. We kill that off. We're in the game. It's a 1-goal game, and we go, and you let them score.
You got, I think, 3 full days here with the game of Saturday. You got a holiday in the middle. What do you same opponent? So what do you do?
Well, we got Atlanta on Friday, and then we've got them Saturday, Monday. So tomorrow, we just need to kind of take care of ourselves. Obviously, we got off the road for a while. We got a lot of guys sick, banged up, hurt. So we got to take care of our bodies. So we'll have optional skate tomorrow. Probably have a workout with the guys, just get them moving a little bit. We'll get on the road tomorrow night at 10. We'll travel through the night. We'll get to Atlanta. We'll skate on Thursday and get ready for the game Friday. I mean, this is a long season. You're going to have games where it just doesn't go. For whatever reason, tonight we just seem to dig ourselves a hole, and let's learn from it. Let's get better. And like I said, a lot of that, I mean, a game like that starts at the top. Like I've got to do a better job to make sure we have a better start, and I got to do a better job to make sure that extracurricular stuff doesn't come into play.
I was just saying to the coaches in the year and whatever it's been, year and a half now, I've never seen the team play well. When I watch from Toronto, they seem to play to their capability. I don't think it's because of me. It's just by chance works out that way. But I kind of expected it today. The team had a really successful road trip. come home and play a very, very good team, and a team that gave them trouble on the road as well. And you get in late after a long trip back on Sunday at whatever it was, 4 in the afternoon, driving all through the night and day to get back home one day, and then you play here on a Tuesday. I'm not surprised that the team wasn't sharp, but I won't lose much sleep about it. So
I have a whole list of questions
Oh, wow.
from Toronto.
Okay, wow.
I'll only ask a few.
Sure.
First, people were concerned that the Grabner trade kind of got rid of some of the depth that was supposed to come down here. Did the perception of the use of Orlando change in this time that you've been kind of since the Grabner trade?
Well, I think it certainly we can't fool people and think that it didn't deplete some of the depth from our minor league system. I think the trade was done to give us for one, to bring Grabner to Toronto, and then two, to increase our flexibility with our contract slots, and that the cost of doing that was moving out some of the prospects that we did. I think that the players that are here in Orlando, there's really only two guys I think that it's maybe has cost them, and we tried to make that up by sending players down right away.
Let's see. Recent call-up was Zach Bell. What goes into the decision-making process to bring players up to the minor league?
What we usually do is we'll just confer with Anthony and say, here's the type of team we're playing against. Here's the duration of time we think we'll need the recall for. In that case, we weren't sure whether Andrew Campbell was going to be able to play in St. John's, and Sheldon spoke with Anthony, and then I spoke with Anthony, and we decided to call up Zach.
From the last time you were here, going by the in-person eye test,
Sure.
Were there points that you see progression on, and are there points that you see regression on?
Well, I think when it comes to the eye test part of it, I've only seen the team play live now twice, so I don't feel like that's a good enough sample size based on the number of games they played. Now I've watched all but a few of the games online, and I watched a lot of them live. So I'm happy with the way that the team has progressed. I'm especially the team struggles with the same things that we struggled with the Marlies early in the year. They're a younger team relative to the league, and when you're younger, you're smaller, and they struggle with teams like South Carolina tonight. That's an older, bigger, more veteran team. And watching the road trip especially, I was happy in the second game at South Carolina how the team came out and played. I think it's a testament to the coaching staff and the job that they've done so far, and a testament to the players. So when I watch it, I try not to. I can't just base on the 2 games that I'm here, especially when there's been so many other games played, over a dozen of them. And so we try to watch them all and talk to Anthony and get his pulse on the team, and then talk to Joe and Jason when we're here, get a sense for how things are going. But we're happy with the progress that's made. The team's 8-4 and 2 now, I believe, or 8-4 and 3. So that's a pretty good start.
One of the buzz things down here is 60-minute game, playing a full game. Is that something that you think that maybe you guys up in Toronto can help Anthony with, as far as being able to get the motivation in to get this team to a full 60-minute effort?
I think that it comes with time. We're always here to help Anthony and the players with anything that they need, and he's been great working with Sheldon. He and I talk in some form or another nearly every day, and if not, it doesn't go more than 2 days without us speaking. So getting the team to play 60 minutes, this league is much harder to do that in than any of the leagues that we deal in. The mode of travel, the nights that you play, and various different things that impact it. It's a lot of wear and tear on the players. The players here, they play Saturday night, travel all the way back. It's a real tough task to have an athlete try to come out here and play a perfect game again tonight. So I'm proud that the guys tried to grind through it and stay into the end and get it within 2 with an empty net goal, and I know they'll be better on Friday night. They just looked tired today, and execution was off.
How do you, the front office up there, view winning versus development? You hope it goes hand in hand.
Right.
It doesn't.
I think that in order for winning and development to go hand in hand, that's on us in the front office, and it's not on the coaches or the players. If we do a good enough job finding good enough players and the coaches do their best developing them, then the team's going to have success. But we have to start that off by finding talented players for the coaches to work with. The coaches can develop players as much as possible, but if they aren't really good, they're not going to be able to win games. So it's up to us to find a quality talent for all of our clubs, the Leafs, Marlies, and Solar Bears, and to support the coaching staff throughout. And I think they've done a very good job here, and that's shown up in the standings so far.
Are you finding those players at your pace?
Pardon me?
Would you like to find better players at a faster pace?
Always, yeah. You'd always love to find as many good players as you can, as quick as you can. That's the goal. And it was one thing that we were obviously challenged with in starting here. I guess it's been about a year and a half now, or a year and 4 months. Kind of goes by pretty quickly, but we're trying to get there. We think we're on the right track, and it's the seasons that the Marlies and the Solar Bears have started to have out of the gate that kind of lend some credence to that, and the way that the Maple Leafs are playing. We've got a long road ahead of us still, and a long, long ways to go.
So how does this work? You come down here, you watch, you go up there, you report, and then say, hey, they could use this, or this, or...
I'll always confer with Anthony on where the team is at, and if there's anything that they think that we can help with. Our needs as an organization are pretty much the same all throughout. I think we've really got to focus on defense and trying to identify D from all different at all different levels that can come up and help us. That's a focus of ours. But we just we're not good enough yet to be picky on position. We're trying to find as many good players as we can and go from there. So when I leave here, when I'm down here, it's just more to continue to get a grasp of what's going on the ground for myself. The evaluations of the players, that's always happening, even when I'm here or not here, whether it's through Anthony's reports or my own watching of the games.
Not the weather?
It's pretty cold here. I came here today, I was expecting it to be pretty warm, and it was disappointing, but what can you do?
Difference in what went on tonight as opposed to what happened during the road trip?
I mean, you don't want to use excuses ever, but I think we might have been a little fatigued tonight, and a couple bodies went down there, and it kind of hurt us in the second. But for the most part, I think we battled pretty hard, and the game was 2-2 tie until that kind of a weird bounce there in the second. So for us, I think it's just a good building moment, and hopefully we can learn from this and move on.
Was the fatigue? I mean, everyone's kind of mentioned fatigue, but can you survive that when you're committing all those penalties? Like, what do you attribute all the penalties that led to some of the goals to?
Yeah, I mean, when you have penalties, I mean, when you're down to 6 guys and you're trying to kill, a double minor and then another 2-minute right after that, it wears on guys. And our penalty kill's been pretty solid all year, and it was tough when those two guys went down, and I think the boys battled pretty hard, until the end of the game, and I think if you ask any guy in that room, they didn't give up in the third, and that's all you can ask.
You've seen a lot of the Stingrays at this point. So what's it like to be on the ice facing these people that you face so often, even in a short span of time?
Yeah, it's hockey's a weird game. We lose tonight, but we're back on the ice Friday, so we're gonna see these guys again Saturday, and we're gonna look for some revenge, and there's a few things we can work on, and just get better every day. And I think we can skate with any team in this league. When we have our full lineup and guys are skating, we're pretty hard to play with. So we're not down right now. We're gonna keep moving forward, and go to Gwinnett and with a positive attitude, and hopefully come home with 2.
I asked Coach about the slow start, how much that may have impacted the team. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think we can definitely get better with our starts. You don't want to go into a game and be slow and get behind early. And when we have good starts, we're a hard team to skate with, and we thrive on our energy. So our starts can definitely be better.
Is building that energy just a matter of focus? I mean, it seems like with a couple of the bench penalties, just kind of some of the sluggishness was just not there for them.
Yeah, like I said, obviously those guys going down, the younger guys and some of the guys look around and, maybe they feel a lot of pressure to try and step up, and, we just need everyone to pull on the same rope here, and, moving forward, we're confident in our group, and, we're not going to let this bring us down.